Hey everyone, happy to see you guys. I hope everyone is doing well today. And let's talk about the situation when your own family, your most close friends do not support your personal choice. Or not only not supporting your choice, but kind of openly against it. Family that cares about you, they worry about you being scammed, they're afraid of you getting hurt, and all these things are coming out, and you feeling very vulnerable because it's a very sensitive topic, sensitive situation, our private life, what can be more personal. And here you're getting all that advice, and very often it's now very, you didn't really ask for it, but people in your family giving you those bunch of advice, and you starting, before you know it, you starting to feel doubtful, or maybe you grow resentment toward your family. And I just had a session with one of my subscribers, and so we were talking about his situation. So in this case, it's even more, makes it more complicated. He had been already married to a girl from northern Russia, and they had children, but things didn't quite work. And somehow they figured it out and separated, and maybe had tough times. It looks like they did have tough times, but in the end, things are kind of worked out. They said everything. I said it earlier how I like in US you can just take the kids or manipulate somebody. Basically, you go to the court, and if two parents are adequate and they're capable, they get 50% of custody and all that. So to make a long story short, in the end it was alright, still there are children, so he's happy about that. And that was just the wrong person. He shared a few things that it was more like of a passion spark. They didn't really go into values and common goals, and also the frustration of adjusting in another country. It's so huge, guys. You have no idea how everything is, many things are backwards. So anyways, that marriage didn't work out. So he recovered, worked out things, because he kind of almost have friendship, with his ex, and everything is going well. And he's deciding to actually give a chance to be happy again. And although things had not worked out with the first wife, he really fell in love with Russian culture. There are many things that he loved about her. And now when they pass those, over those hard feelings, and everything, he does appreciate the way she raised kids, the way she teaches them, how she takes care of them, and a lot of other cultural things. So, to make a long story short, he wants to go for another marriage, and he wants to have a lady from Eastern Europe again. So, so what do you think his family is telling him? His family is saying, "Oh, you aren't gonna marry another Russian, are you?" Basically everybody in his family putting his down for his desire to meet a beautiful and kind woman and give his personal love life another chance. So everyone is kind of united, and in his family against this. So what was funny and was running in my mind, if he would be married to an American woman and get a divorce, would anybody in his family say, "Oh, what? You get getting married to another American? Are you crazy? Probably they won't say that, right? So you are all welcome, guys, to share your perspective, to share your ideas. I just want to say that unfortunately we get a lot of unsolicited advice very often from our family, and when we know what we want to do, it's our very personal life, and the only thing I can say is just you have to go for what you feel inside of you. You don't have to prove anything to anybody, and as long as they, not paying your bills and taking care of you, you have a right to do what you feel you should be doing. And it's nothing to fight about. It's so personal. So I guess you can do it American way. Just, smile and go for what you want. Yes. I really believe that in that situation, it's going to be a success because this man already knows a lot about our culture. He learned about good things. He knows things that he needs to be alert, and watch out for and prevent them. Because very often we resolve conflicts differently. Sometimes in Russian culture we have a little bit more drama going on. We playing a little bit of drama games. It is much more less. I see much less of drama here in US. So basically that's it. We talked, and by the end of the conversation, he realized that it's his life after all, and again, nobody would tell him anything if he would go marry another American. He's convinced, not convinced, but he knows what he wants. He really does. And if you find yourself in a situation where everyone is against it, you can listen and pay respect in a ways that people probably concerned about you. They don't want you to get hurt, but still go for what you want, for what you believe in, just because it's only one life, and nobody can guarantee us success. Nobody can predict a failure because they aren't us. They, don't know our inner deep desires, and it's super important to go for those things while you can. You can't judge all Americans by one, and you can't judge all Russian ladies by one, or by the marriage that didn't work. It didn't work for a long term, but it worked for the term it was meant to be working. This man always wanted to have children, and he had two beautiful children. And the communication is there now, and they figuring it out. So do not give up on your life. That's my main message, because often our relatives would put these messages in our head. They mean well, but often it makes us give up. We start to feel maybe I'm not worthy, or maybe I'm old now, or it's too old for me. I hear that a lot, and unfortunately, in Russian, in Slavic culture, we have a lot of put down family thing, and I've been through many of them, or seen them, or went through them, and it really affects your self-esteem. It kind of numbs your desires and things like that. So I would just say, go for it. If you want to try, remember, nobody gonna get you guarantee. You can get hurt, it's possible, but how would you know if you never tried? Go for it. Thank you.